Imagine this. You wake up on a Monday morning. There's no alarm clock screaming at you, no traffic to fight through, no boss waiting with another pile of deadlines. You open the window, take a deep breath, and realize something powerful. You don't have to go to work today, or tomorrow, or ever again, unless you want to. Your bills are already paid, your investments keep growing while you sleep, and your time finally belongs to you. This isn't a fantasy. This is financial freedom. And it doesn't begin with winning the lottery or inheriting a fortune. It begins with something deceptively simple: personal discipline. John lived in Texas, working a regular office job, earning about $3,500 a month. Like many Americans, he thought that if he could just make more money, life would be easier. But every time his salary went up, so did his expenses. He had a car loan, a mortgage, and credit card balances that never seemed to go away. Despite working 60 hours a week, John felt trapped in a cycle. Earn, spend, owe, repeat. He was making money, but money was controlling him. One morning, he got a call from the bank. His account didn't have enough to cover his monthly payment. That moment terrified him, not because of the missed payment, but because he realized his entire life was built on financial quicksand. He decided to change. John dove into books on personal finance, from Warren Buffett to Robert Kiyosaki to Dave Ramsey. The more he learned, the clearer it became. People who achieve financial freedom aren't necessarily the smartest or the luckiest. They're simply the most disciplined. John started small, with a basic budget. He followed the 50-30-20 rule. 50% of his income went to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and investments. He tracked every dollar, even the $5 coffee he used to buy without thinking. At first, it was frustrating. But within 3 months, he had saved more than $2,000, money he never thought he could hold on to. The next day was investing. Instead of leaving his savings in a low-interest account, John set up automatic investments in an S&P 500 index fund. He committed $500 every month, no matter what. When the market went down, he didn't panic. When it went up, he didn't get greedy. He stayed disciplined, month after month, year after year. He also changed his lifestyle. John sold his expensive car and bought a reliable used one. He cut out impulse shopping. He skipped the lavish parties and found joy in simpler activities. Friends called him cheap, but John smiled. He knew he wasn't being cheap. He was buying his freedom. 10 years later, the results spoke for themselves. John's investments grew to over $1.2 million. His house was fully paid off. He had passive income from dividends and rental property. At 45, John quit his job, not because he hated it, but because he no longer needed it. He spent his time traveling with his wife, volunteering in his community, and teaching his kids about money. John went from drowning in debt to living life on his own terms. And it all started with one choice: personal discipline. The truth is, John's story isn't unique. It could be your story. It could be the story of any American who feels trapped working long hours, always worrying about bills, never feeling truly free. Financial freedom doesn't come from luck. It doesn't even come from a six-figure salary. It comes from the discipline of daily choices. Discipline in spending. Discipline in saving. Discipline in investing. And above all, discipline in how you see your future. If you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck, if you want to break free from the stress of debt and uncertainty, you don't have to wait for a miracle. You can start today. You don't need more money, you need more discipline. Because once you control your money, you control your life. So here's the challenge. Take one step today. Create a budget. Open an investment account. Pay off one debt. Do something, no matter how small, that your future self will thank you for. And if this story resonated with you, share it with someone you care about. Because sometimes all it takes is one disciplined choice to change an entire life. If this story gave you even a spark of hope, a little strength to start again, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button so I know you're here, chasing financial freedom with us. Subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next story that could change your life. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, share this video with them. You never know, you might be the reason they begin their own journey to freedom. Financial freedom is not just John's story. It could be yours if you choose to start today. Remember, one small click today can open the door to a greater future tomorrow.